Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Aztecross. Alright, we got some auto rifles in front of us today, and they're like the type of auto rifles that I myself personally enjoy, which is anything other than the doctrine of passing, man. I tell you what, nothing makes you feel dirtier than that gun. But we're not going to get into that. This is not a hate video. This is a love video, and we've got love for these three guns right here. That's right, Shadow Price, which of course was a year one weapon that I just found to be sexy to begin with. Love that they brought that sumbitch back. Also, we've got Antipodal Hindsight, which is a pretty good gun. The reason why I'm even comparing this one to that one is because it's kind of the same hierarchy as the other one. You know, it's one of those slower rate of fire, high impact weapon, and then of course her memory. That is the other auto rifle that was dropped with the Challenge of Elders. You can get it from doing that, House of Judgment, all that good shit. All of these three weapons, they are very, very similar, other than her memory being absolutely dead sexy with the glow there, with the chroma. But which one of these is actually the better weapon? Well, that's what we're going to dive into today. The first thing we're going to do is hit up stats and everything else. Guys, let's rock it. Alright guys, so let's hit up these stats, man. Shadow Price, dude. And not gonna try to be biased here. Love this weapon though. Rate of fire 77, impact of 28, range by default already 37, which is extremely nice. 49 stability, not bad. Guys, this is an all-around great weapon, especially if you're just wanting to get into auto rifles. I find these lower rate of fire weapons to be so good to use, especially when you're trying to pick people off. Look at that guy trying to charge me down. Really good weapon. Now let's jump into the sights and to the stats of Hindsight right here. This is a really good weapon as well. You see the headshots here is hitting the same because they pretty much are the same. 28 impact, rate of fire 77. Range is a little less, but it makes up for it with that stability of 54. But you will have damage fall off a little more as you lose range. Range has become very, very important with just about every weapon. Not even going to get into hand cannons, but especially hand cannons. Now let's go in and nail the stats down for her memory. Her memory, also a really good weapon, but you see the range fall off right there of 24, and you're wondering why. Well, that's because by default the range here is only 28. Rate of fire impact very much the same, but stability at 49, which is also nice. But the thing about it is, again, range becomes so important. Hits 26 there in close range, but you're going to get in a lot of mid-range engagements. Now let's talk which one of these is actually the better weapon. So if you're a fan of these lower rate of fire, high impact weapons, then that's the reason why you're probably watching this video. I would say which one of these is better? Well, really it comes with which one of the better perks you can get. I find counterbalance, even though this is a lower rate of fire, you don't have that big of an issue with recoil. Counterbalance is still a really nice perk to get on an auto rifle. It just is. It just helps a lot. It keeps everything dead even, and also makes it easier to engage headshot consistently after headshot, which of course wins you in those gunfights. So really it comes down to the perks that you have. By default, on paper, I honestly got to say though that I lean more towards Shadow Price, just off the default perks. I like the range that it has with it. The stability is fine. I can live with it, and it works good for me, man. And that's to me, its range has become so important. Because face it, guys, a lot of our fights have become a lot of mid-range engagements, and even though you see the fall-off damage from 26 to 23 on what like her memory has, you got to go ahead and take into account. The thing is that can make a big difference. That can make a big difference, guys, in 1v1 situations. And so that's the reason why by default I kind of just off of just the stats, the sheer stats, you know, whatever disregarding whatever perks you have, I kind of lean more Shadow Price. But again, what's king here, guys, is what you can get as far as your perks. Now, some of the questions I've been asked, again, you know, what is the loadout perks that we like? Ideally, what I would want, persistence is a nice perk to have. Counterbalance, of course, is a really nice perk to have. Even rangefinder would be a nice perk to have on this. I would really like to get rangefinder, and so that's all of those things. Anything to help boost your range as well, and not slash at what your stability is really good to have. You don't, even though this is a low rate of fire, you don't have a lot of bouncing going on like you would from like Doctrine of Passing. You still don't want to be missing headshots. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be popping up and not landing those consistent headshots. So those are kind of like the perks that I would really rely on. Some